because he had the audacity to stand up and say no. Seattle became the first chapter of the Black Panther Party, formed outside of the state of California in 1968. And the things that we stood for, the things that we fought for, liberation, revolution, justice, dignity, self-respect, self-reliance, control within our communities. Those are the same things we should be standing up and fighting for today.
Uh-huh.
Because we're at a crossroads again. You know, earlier today, I was in Lowe's picking up something for the house. And I was wondering about what I was going to say tonight. And this brother came over to me and said, Mr. Dixon, it's good to see you, good to see you. And he began telling me about his story, that he grew up in the 70s and 80s when crack cocaine came into the neighborhood. And he saw us selling papers and feeding kids and providing free bags of groceries and a free food bank and a free medical clinic. And he saw that example, but he was in the grip of this crack cocaine that was injected into our communities. And it took over his life, and he ended up in prison. But what he told me today is, he said, I'm clean. I can finally see. I can see what's going on around me. My eyes are open. And he said, thank you. Thank you, brothers and sisters, for getting my eyes open and making me see. See, we've got young black kids that need their eyes open. They're killing each other out there in the streets faster than the cops can kill them. Because their eyes are closed. They have no self-dignity. They have no awareness about who they are. They have no pride. They don't know that there were kings and queens in Africa. They don't know that there was a black queen of England. And so they have no hope. And so they're out there doing what they can just to survive or take a piece of territory. See, we're at a crossroads. When you think about the contributions of Black Arts West, you think about the culture that it gave us. See, it gave us a reason to build a foundation. Because foundations are built on community and they're built on culture. Right here in this neighborhood now. Our neighborhood is stripped. You know why there's, 20 people in here? It's because we're scattered from here all the way down to Puyallup. Because of gentrification. And see, that's how you destroy a community. Just the other day there was a vote on adding a tax for culture so that young kids, black kids in particular, brown kids, could get access to culture, to learn about who they are and learn about their past, to develop some self-dignity. And don't you know that this second whitest city in the United States voted it down? And see, it's a plague. Don't let me even start about that joker in the White House. See, I don't say that fool's name. My sister calls him Cousin It. But make no mistake, he's dangerous. He's appointed a segregationist to run the Justice Department and dismantle civil rights. He's already started. They put a fool in a person that sued the EPA to run the EPA. These are some very treacherous times that we are in. And I often hear people say, well, where's the leadership in Black Seattle? I'm tired of hearing that. Because I see that young brother sitting over there by the name of There he is, White King. I see others like him that are beacons. They're working tirelessly. If it weren't for him and his comrades, there would not be this Liberty Bank building that's going to have low-income housing. And they're on a movement to try to get churches saved and other buildings saved. You have leaders. The sister that pushed the election to the brink and made them talk about the issues, at least made it come out of their lips, because it wouldn't have come out of their lips if she hadn't have brought it to the forefront. Y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Nikita.
Come on.
See, you have leaders. We need to get behind those leaders. My brother and I, we don't like to say that we're